Hello Epic 7 newbies, this is Suspect Amy, and I'm here to do a quick video about my Tactical Archetype Coli cleave team that is almost unstoppable by Legend Arena defenses. I'll showcase the cleave through a bunch of different defenses and go over what defenses I try to avoid, and then show off my builds at the end. Like I said, this is Legend Arena defenses I'm fighting here. I was gonna show some fights in Champion and Emperor, but trust me, you guys do not want to see that. It's like witnessing a war crime because it's just an absolute slaughter fest. Just trust me, if you're in Champ or Emperor, you can copy this team and you'll be just fine. Okay, first, let's start with a battle against Ross and Lady of the Scales. Since this is the debuff heavy team, you guys may be asking how I handle Ross. Let me break down how this cleave works. Here are the 6 biggest defenses to cleave. Mitigation units like Ilinov, Bossarunka, Lady of the Scales, and then there's being outsped by heroes like Renak, or in Legend it seems like every School Nurse, Swift Sigret, Lady of the Scales, and Dien is over like 300 speed. Then there's the CR pushers that cut, and once again, this is like Lady of the Scales. Counter attacks is number 4. This is like Setsuka, Monarch, Boss. Evasion is number 5. Again, Setsuka, Swift Sigret. You could throw New Kid Aiden in here. Revive is number 6. And this is usually like Mort, Green Yulha, and Genesis Ross. So my Tactical Coli cleave works into every one of these defenses. And let's walk through the first fight. Being outsped is never a possibility here, thanks to Coli's imprint. I don't think I've ever been outsped yet. In Legend, there are 320 speed Renaks all over the place, and I beat those easily with Lidica. Lidica is a must here for 2 reasons: restrict and bind. She can soul burn to remove immunity, and this is for Dien's follow-up. And since she's a ranger, she has access to hit chance artifacts like Andrea's crossbow, just to make sure that she can land her attacks on Setsuka and Swift Sigret. She essentially disables the defense's ability to push and cut, and their ability to counterattack. Since I soul burned, Dien will push herself to go next. Since she has immortality, just naturally her seal and pushback will never be resisted. Then Lidica pushes herself to go next. This is where she triggers Coli. The coolest thing about Coli's follow-up attack is that it dispels. So if you've triggered Lady of the Scales immortality by now, single attacking that unit should remove it. Lidica also applies skill nullifier on everyone, and this is super important against revivers like Genesis Ross and Mort, because they'll take their turn and do no damage. Coli pushes to go next, and this is where she applies Frostbite and disables whoever she can. Next up is free run on cleanup duty. You can use any hero here that hits really hard with an AoE, and they're relatively fast. Frostbite is Coli's Frostbite is super important because it allows you to do damage to everyone, even through Lady of the Scales offering mitigation. Now, as I said, Ross will target Dien with Seal, which will never land because of her immortality passive. Then he'll just waste his S3 on a skill nullifier. At this stage, we just finish up the battle. It's easy peasy. For the next show, Let's go into Bossarunka with 2 evasion units. The problem with Lidica is that in order for her debuffs to land, she needs to actually hit the unit. This is why Andre's crossbow is so important on her. I get some bad RNG sometimes, but even then, Diane's follow-up seal is usually enough to take evasion units out of play. This is a really common team I'm seeing a lot. With bind and seal, they're kind of a joke. Now here's the real problem here. You guys know I need Soulburn on Lidica in order to strip immunity and land restrict and bind. Diane on their team is a big problem because when I use my souls, all the DNs in Legend, they're like over 300 speed, and when they self-push after I use my Soulburn, they usually cut and ruin my cleave. So, against DN teams, you actually want to swap out Freerin for Fire Politis. This cuts her push so that my DN will always go ahead of theirs, and their DN even triggers Politis for some extra damage. My Polly is on full damage build. She doesn't hit as hard as Freerin, but she can usually get the job done, as long as their team is not super tanky. If you guys don't have Freerin, you can just use Politis full time in this slot if you want. I think you guys get the gist. The team beats most defenses I see, but there are a few things to watch out for. Number 1 is Bellion, obviously. I need souls to restrict and bind. You would think that I have the same issue with Prefect Arya, but not really. I have 2 mages all the time, so it's easy to swap in an extra book and have enough soul burns to go through Arya's passive. The other unit I avoid is Bystander. She can't be controlled, and my team is so squishy that basically any counterattack from her is like GG. And of course, Harsetti. She's just not cleavable, as usual. You guys know that. But she's easy to take out with other teams, so I don't really sweat her too much. That's pretty much it. Every other defense is fair game for Tactical Archetype Coli. Unfortunately, because my team requires souls, it's not viable for quick battle. But it's a really fast cleave, and it works on so many defenses that I'm okay with that. I can just run with this. Anyways, I hope this team helps you guys make your climb. That's all I have today. Thanks for watching the video. Bye, everyone.